Hey, we're the History Hikers. I'm Dries,
And I'm Jente.
and we're on a mission to find the ruins,
Of maybe a castle.
and it seems like we may have found it. Let's go and check it out. During our time in Catalonia, we resided in the small town of Portel. Luckily for us, it was near a supposed castle ruin. We can't call ourselves the History Hikers if we wouldn't hike to the castle. It wouldn't be long before we spotted the ruin, but we weren't sure if this was supposed to be a castle or not.
This was, in fact, the fabled castle of Montrose. Just like at Montreuil, which we showcased a few weeks back, this is also named after the reddish soil. Admittedly, it's not as clear here. Very little is known about this castle. It was mentioned for the first time in the 11th century and only shows up once more during the entire Middle Ages. It's assumed that, as with so many other castles in Catalonia, it was built to defend the Christian border with Islamic Spain. It was probably already abandoned during the 14th century.
The large circular tower is the only notable part of the castle still visible. You might wonder what all the other ruined buildings are all about then. Well, during the 17th or 18th century, the area was repopulated. Through the years, people built their homes here and incorporated the castle into the growing town. What we see today is actually what remains of a town that was abandoned during the 20th century. Be sure to check out our sources in the description if you want to learn more.
I think we can describe this as one of the most run-down places we have ever explored. It seems like any of the walls can collapse at any minute. This is also why we didn't venture too deep into the bouldery mess. We remarked that we now understood how castle ruins can have their ground level covered up with meters of dirt through the years. Piles of stones get sand and dirt blown into them, plants take root, and a new topsoil forms. Quite an interesting insight.
In conclusion, this was quite a sad castle ruin. It wasn't even much of a castle. But it was interesting to see and learn how a castle evolves into a town, and the town devolves into a ruin. Right now we can only hope that the history of this place does not get forgotten. There were no informational signs and no attempts at consolidating the ruins. It seems, at least, for the moment, we are doing our part in preserving its legacy. That was the castle of Montroche, or actually maybe the town, I don't know. Thank you so much for watching. Time for the arbitrary subjective castle score. I'm gonna say maybe a 6.
Yeah, I'm going slightly lower, 5.5.
It's cool to see how a castle and a town devolve into ruins.
Yeah, but also the evolution of a castle to a town was quite visible, because you could see like this part is very modern. That was quite interesting, but also made it so that the castle was not at all very recognizable.
Leave your own score in the comments. Thank you so much for watching.
And like, comment, subscribe if you want to see more of these kind of castles and or historical places.
See you next time. Bye.
Bye!